Hello there, thank you for stopping by and checking in on my note writing adventure. Welcome. My name is Anna Delman. I'm on day number 362 of daily note writing, and today I want to continue with what I'm working through each day of this week as I go towards 365 days and end this daily note writing journey for myself. I want to focus on hope, and today I want to comment on my goal for this part of the goal for these 365 days was to finish writing the book I worked on. I'd started working on. I have visited it many times. I have written a whole bunch and gotten to a point, and then I hear a sermon, I read an article, I read something in the scriptures, or I read somebody alerts me to something and it triggers my thoughts, and I think, I don't think I think too deeply or too analytically about it. I believe that God is showing me that I need to address that and thread it through more carefully through the book, seeing as it is to honor and glorify Him. So day number 362, this is my encouragement to myself, my admonition to myself, and what I need to take seriously as I work to finish it. So my note: when we commit to honor God in our work, our hope in Him is proven. It's because we're showing to ourselves and anybody around us that we truly trust in Him and His provision. He leads, encourages, and directs. Some subpoints. We look to honor Him and to shine for His glory. We are realistic in our capabilities and look to honor Him with His provision and for His provision if we are looking to move on and grow a career, to prosper our work. When we look to move and for more, we look always to Him first, that He would be glorified in who He grows us to be, whether that is academically, an apprenticeship, whatever it is. We are always looking to honor and glorify Him in everything we do. So let's take a look at some scripture to undergird everything that I am encouraging and admonishing myself with. Let's take a look at Proverbs 16 verse 3, and I'm reading from the English Standard Version. Commit your work to the Lord and your plans will be established. That's basically what I've just explained to you. We need to commit our work to the Lord so that we can prosper and that He would be glorified and honored in who He's made us to be and to shine for His glory. When we do something well, people will ask how we are so faithful to make sure that everything we are doing is in excellence because it's for His glory, and it's a good foundation and a good platform on which to honor Him and share others with Him. That although we have these life experiences and He's provided education platforms for us and we've learned much, but we get to a point when we can share it and other people are amazed with the God confidence at which we can do things. It's because of Him, and we always need to make sure that that is what we are emphasizing in our sharing. Let's take a look at Colossians 3 verse 23 and 24. Whatever you do, work heartily as for the Lord and not for men, knowing that from the Lord you will receive the inheritance as your reward. You are serving the Lord Christ in all that you do. Friends, that's whether you're cleaning a table or you're vacuuming a kitchen or scrubbing dishes, or whether you are a doctor and are in surgery, whether you are standing up and teaching. It doesn't matter what you're doing. If you're at home, a stay-at-home mom, and you're raising kids, that's one of the hardest 24/7 jobs there is. It's a high calling. Make sure even in that you're doing it with excellence, even though you are tired. Whatever you're doing, friends, make sure that you are honoring and glorifying God. Now, if you want to know what an example of an industrious person who functions well in a work environment looks like, I'm going to ask you to go to Proverbs 31, and this is a good example of how we are to function in a work environment And we're going to start reading from verse 13. She seeks, let me get to my notes so I make sure I stay with it. She seeks wool and flax and works willing with her hands. She's creative, she's industrious, and she's focused in working well with the provisions that she has in the job at that moment. And then verse 14, she is like the ships of the merchant. She brings her food from afar. That means that with what she earns from the menial job that she's doing, she goes out and buys the necessary things for feeding herself and her family, and to build her home, etc. Verse 15, she rises while it is yet night and provides food for her household and portions for her maidens. She's organized. She functions well in her home. Now, if you take this into a more modern day, because most people don't have maids, they don't have people living in their homes to help take care of the functioning of their home, although that may be true for you. How do you treat your staff? How do you treat those people who are scrubbing your floors and washing your dishes and wiping your children's icky noses? How do you treat them with respect? Or do you pay them so very little, but it's more important that you get your nails done every week and that perfect hair color, but you skimp on how much you pay a person who you're trusting, the most precious thing given to you by God to raise up the next generation? Friend, I would suggest give up the manicure and pay her more appropriately so that she can have more of an eased life in her own family, that she has to take money back and feed her family or feed herself and care for herself for her health. And then let's take a look at I just read verse 14. Verse 13, she rises while it's still night and provides food for her household and portions for her maidens. Now, how do you translate that into an office environment? Are you considerate and respectful of people in your work, in your office? Do you look out for their needs? I'm not saying you pay out of your pocket, but are you gracious towards them and inquiring after them? Not that you need to be chatty at work, but at the right appropriate times, are you interested in them and their functioning? She considers a field and buys it. With the fruit of her hand she plants a vineyard. Are you looking to build and to prosper what you have learned, what you are doing, and how to build something more from it? Let me back up. Go to verse 17. She dresses herself with strength and makes her arms strong. She takes care of her appearance. She makes sure that she's healthy and physically strong to be able to do her job well. She perceives that her merchandise is profitable. Her lamp does not go out at night. She plans. She's studious. She makes sure that she learns what the job is more about and that she does fulfill what she can outside of her office environment or outside of the kitchen. I'm going back into that era. She from when everybody else is gone and they're all done for the day, she is still working at learning how to function better in her job. In today's era, what are you reading? Are you doing ongoing studying, ongoing education, whatever it is for you? And if you are older, are you looking at how you function throughout the day and how you can do it better the next day? Okay, and I said we're going to go as far as verse 22. Okay, so she perceives that her merchandise is profitable. Her lamp does not go out at night. She puts her hands to the distaff and her hands hold the spindle. She is industrious. She works well and she works hard. She opens her hand to the poor and reaches out her hands to the needy. She is community focused beyond her environment. If you walk into work and there are people on the street, do you help them either directly, or if there's a help center close by, do you donate your used goods to them? She's community focused. She's not afraid of snow for her household, for all her household are clothed in scarlet. All her household, that includes that she's looking out for the people who are working for her. If you're in an office environment, looking out for the people who are working around you. She makes bed coverings for herself. Her clothing is fine linen and apparel. She looks out for everybody. She's caring and concerned, but at the same time, she's industrious. I think that's what we can look at in our work, in our working environments, that we are kind and caring and considerate of others. But at the same time as that needs to be who we are in our hearts, we also need to make sure that we are honoring God in working well, in working diligently. And if we are taking time during our day in caring out of work time, in caring for those things which are not part of our regular job, then we need to make sure that we are balancing it with working later and doing more and more, so that we are respectful and honoring of our employers. Now, how does that go to my writing? I need to be more focused and diligent. God has given me restored health. He's given me the heart's desire. He's given me the experiences I want to write about for His glory, to encourage others who have been through similar experiences, because I know they happen in all areas of the world. I've experienced them here. I've seen them in Southern California. I know they happen across the United States, and I'm not disparaging any nation or any country. I know they happen in the UK, and I know they happen in Australia. I've read about it extensively to understand the heart of people in difficult church experiences. It is difficult, and I want to address that and encourage that so others can be strengthened for God's glory. And I need to pay attention to it. So friends, that's what I wanted to focus on today. And you can go back, I think I shared this on Monday. Yes, I did. Where if you need to understand how this discussion on hope started, I'm going to be talking about hope in one more area tomorrow. And I hope you will come back for more encouragement as we wrap up these 365 days together. So until tomorrow, take care and God bless. Bye-bye for now.